Do you want strong and sculpted glutes? Here's how. The first exercise is the split squat. And of course, it's a great exercise for targeting the glutes, but it's also going to target your quads. Here's how you do it. It's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is take a big step forwards, stay upright, try to keep your chest up, and then trying to lower your back knee as close as you can towards the ground. You don't have to touch the ground, but you're just going to go down as far as possible. Now, when you're taking that big step forward, you might find that it's quite challenging for your balance. So if you can have your feet close together, but you don't have to. If you're a bit wobbly in that position there, I'd recommend just leaving a bit of space in between those, or of course you can hold on to something for balance as well. Now, as I said, the aim of the movement is to lower that back knee down towards the ground, but that's also something that we can change to make the exercise easier or harder. So to make it easier, you're going to stay in the same foot position there, but you're just going to go down not quite as far as you otherwise would. And at the opposite end of the spectrum, if you want to make things harder, we can increase the range of motion. So ideally, you're trying to get all the way to the ground, and if you're doing that and it's not a problem, it's not challenging enough for you, you're going to find a little step. Front foot on that step, and then you're going to still try to go all the way down into that deficit there. And that's just going to increase that range of motion. And that's really going to target those glutes. So that's the split squat. The boss said that we can have a day off if we get to 50,000 subscribers. So if you subscribe, you'd really be doing us a favor, because we've been working for at least 3 days now.
G'day there, I'm Ollie, and one of my favorite glute exercises is the single leg hip thrust. So for this one, you need some sort of bench, or you can use a chair or a sofa. What you're gonna do is lower yourself down till your back is resting on the edge, okay? And walk your feet out till your shins are about vertical to the floor. Then what you're gonna do is lift one foot off the ground, and then we're using this leg to lower your bottom towards the floor, and then thrust your hips up in the air, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings until you are as high as you can, and then reverse it, slowly lower down and press back up. And even after just a couple of reps, I can really feel the glute muscles working quite hard. Now, if it's too hard for you, well, you can do a double leg hip thrust instead. So same thing, you're using both legs now to lower your hips down and then thrusting them up into the air, making sure you're going all the way into full hip extension. So squeezing your glutes hard at the top, coming back down. Now, to make it harder, what you can do is actually elevate your foot. So you can grab a little step, make sure it's secure to the ground. Okay, and you can put your foot on there, and that's going to increase the range of motion a little. Oh, and the same thing, we're squeezing the glutes and getting the hips right up in the air. Oh, and you'll have to feel this one to believe how good it's going to be for your glutes. Hey, it's me again. Now for exercise 3, we are going to be doing a crab walk. So if you've got a band, any sort will do, grab that and I'll show you how to do the exercise. So you can do it with one of these small ones if you've got it, or if you've tied up one of these TheraBands into a smaller loop. Pop that around your knees to start. It's going to be a little bit easier to begin with. We're going to go down into a mini squat, and then we're keeping the band on tension as we walk sideways like a crab. Okay, so we're going across and then coming back. And this one's really going to challenge the gluteus medius on the side of your hips. Okay, so right in here, I'll show you from the side. Okay, just like that. Now, if it's too easy, we can actually pop that band around your ankles and make it harder. You can also stand up straight and make that lever arm a bit longer, and that's going to make it a lot harder for you. Now, you can do this one with a longer band as well. Same thing, you're going to step inside the band. Okay, nice wide stance, plenty of tension. Pull the band up to your chest and hold that as you go across, and you're achieving a similar effect by adding some resistance to those side glute muscles. Of course, if you haven't got a band, you can also do it like this, but it is much more effective if you have a band because it adds some resistance, makes it a bit harder. Okay, so that's exercise 3.
Do those glute exercises twice a week for 3 sets of 10 challenging repetitions. And don't forget to help us to get a day off by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Please.